Hey everyone, I'm back with another video about Sundance. Again, please forgive the absolute zero production value of these. I'm just making some quick videos, sharing what I've learned. If you'd like to see my actual work as a filmmaker, you can check it out at spacedreamfilms.com. Also in the corner is my pile of Sundance jackets. If you want to know how to dress for Sundance, you can check that out on my last video where I gave some advice about that. Today I'm going to be talking about how to fest. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is you could send 100 people to Sundance and have them do literally 100 different things and never cross paths once the entire festival. There's that much going on. So I will say, first and foremost, don't try and do it all because it's literally impossible, and just relax and have an amazing time. That said, I'm just going to run down my list in no particular order of importance. Number one, drink way more water than you think you need. You're at a very high altitude, it's very, very dry, and you're going to dehydrate faster than you think. Better yet, start drinking on the plane before you even get to Utah. Number two, take extra vitamin C, airborne, choose whatever you gotta do. There's a lot of people in a very small space, lots of people in movie theaters, on buses. You just gotta take care of yourself. Number three, the air is very thin. You're not going to notice it until you try and run up a flight of stairs or you're a block away and you try and run after the bus. No, don't run. You're not acclimated. If you are acclimated, amazing. 9 out of 10 will get a headache or dizzy or worse. So be careful, acclimate. Now, for the fun stuff. Plan your housing early. The Sundance dates get announced usually at the end of the previous year, sometimes as early as September. If you can, start checking airlines. Southwest sometimes has some amazing flights. You actually could fly round trip for less than $100 from LA with 2 check bags, 2 carry-on items. Kinda can't go wrong. So if going to Sundance is something that you want to do, and I assume it is if you're watching this, plan. You also can look for housing. There are sites like Airbnb, VRBO, HomeAway. They all have their pros and cons, but you can sometimes find a place and then split it with people. Lots of options. Another thing I'm going to say is be friendly. When you're waiting in line, when you're getting food, when you're, standing at the box office. Talk to people, strike up conversations. The Park City bus is free and it is amazing and I can't sing, but you should totally take it because it rocks. Plus it cuts down on the congestion in the streets if everybody's not taking Uber or Lyft. And did I mention it's free? It's free. There's no reliable public transportation between Salt Lake City and Park City. So when you're planning on what films to see, if you are in Park City, make sure the theater you're trying to get to is in Park City. The Sundance app is amazing. I absolutely recommend downloading it. It's a free app. But when you're looking at screening times, be sure to check the locations of the theater, or only look for theaters in Park City or only look for theaters in Salt Lake. This is just a random tip. Remember that the artists are literally everywhere. If you didn't like a film or you really just hated an experience, there's nothing worse than being behind someone who despises the very thing that has taken every fiber of your soul. Everyone's got a different opinion. You have your right to like or not like whatever art you want. I would suggest, if you can, refraining from deeply criticizing anyone's work while at the festival. I mean, honestly, criticism kind of sucks, but at least try and refrain from being critical openly. At Sundance, you never know who you're standing around, and you could be ripping the wardrobe of a certain film apart and you're literally standing next to the wardrobe designer. Have some respect. If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing. The e-waitlist is your friend. If you didn't get tickets to something, try and get a waitlist number. You also can see if anything goes on sale last minute. Somebody sometimes will have tickets they're getting rid of. Try, you never know. That said, if you know a film has gotten distribution, try and see some of the other films, because sometimes Sundance is the only time these projects are ever going to screen. So, if you know a film's got bought by Netflix, you're going to be able to see it. Try seeing some of the other films which you also may have a higher chance of getting into and won't waste your time trying to e-waitlist for something you're not going to get into. Go to panels. unless you're strictly an audience member, but even then it's still kind of fun. There are panels everywhere, up and down Main Street, in auxiliary venues, official Sundance panels, partner panels. There is so much going on and you can learn so much and you get to interact with the people, ask questions, go to as many panels as you can. It is such an incredible and rewarding experience and you can learn so much. If you get a chance, go to the New Frontier. I feel like it's the most underrated part. I may be biased. I feel like it's one of the most underrated parts of Sundance in that there's virtual reality, augmented reality, new integrative forms of storytelling. Literally in 2014, the Oculus was at Sundance with this new virtual reality experience and it was groundbreaking and redefining storytelling in 2014. Now you can buy it in your living room. So if you want to kind of see not only the cutting edge technology, but also as a filmmaker, it's an area where new ways of our craft are constantly growing and developing. And personally, I think it's an amazing place and you should totally check it out. It's like Fiji. It's magical. Also at places like the New Frontier, often the artists are with the exhibits. Talk to them, ask them what their inspiration was, ask them questions, tell them what you thought, give them feedback, be nice. But yeah, it's just another great way to interact with people. Also, stick around for the Q&As after a screening. Sometimes you learn something even extra about a film from what the filmmakers say afterwards. Sometimes you can go up and talk to them afterwards and ask more questions. It's just a really awesome place full of art growing. So these are my suggestions. Last but not least, bring business cards. If you're there to network, bring business cards. Takes 2 seconds. You hand it to somebody. If they've got a card, you can grab it. Vistaprint sometimes has like 500 business cards for 20 bucks. Skip a couple lattes at Starbucks and get some business cards. Highly recommend. All right, those are my top tips and tricks for festing the Sundance Fest. If I missed anything, go ahead and mention it or ask away in the comments below. If you have any ideas or any questions you'd like me to address in a future video, go ahead and say it in the comments below. Like, subscribe, yada, 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 yada. I hate this part. If this video was useful, please share it with your friends. I'm learning this whole YouTube thing and I'm still kind of awkward. Thanks for bearing with me. Bye.